Hi! So today I have a very exciting game that I'm going to propose that Brennan and myself play for both our entertainment and yours as well. This is going to be a one take, so that should be exciting in of itself. I have these dry erase dice right here that I've used a few times for videos in the past, maybe only once before, but what I went ahead and I did for this is I took each dice, and on each dice I wrote something different. So on the first dice I wrote 6 of the major Orlando theme parks. We have Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Islands of Adventure, Epcot, and what's the last one? Universal Studios, Florida. And then on the second dice, I wrote a different type of an attraction, and I pretty much used our bracket video attractions breakdown for that. So I have mild rides, thrill rides, boat rides, shows, simulators, 3Ds, attractions, and dark rides. And then on the third dice, and this is going to be the important one, is that I wrote a specific attribute of that potential attraction that's going to spark a conversation between Brennan and myself, or maybe just one of us. The idea is that we're going to roll these dice, and it's going to provoke some sort of a conversation. So we'd roll the dice, for example, and we'd get Magic Kingdom, Thrill Ride, and least favorite moment. So you'd go through your internal Rolodex of Magic Kingdom thrill rides, and you'd bring about and you discuss basically your least favorite moment from that attraction. Hopefully this will just kind of speak for itself as a game. Would you like to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Sure, I'll go first.
Okay. Do you want to each do like 3 rolls of the dice, or how do you want to do that?
Yeah.
That sounds about right, because we don't want to go on forever. We could roll these dice probably endlessly and have an endless combination of conversations to have.
Yeah. Well, let me try the first round and just kind of see how it goes. So
Are you going to do one at a time?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Universal Studios.
Universal Studios, Florida.
Should I
No, I'm gonna put like a graphic up
Okay.
there so they'll be able to see it. Least favorite moment.
Oh, should I have done this one first?
Probably, but
Okay, whatever. This is a trial run.
okay, and Thrill Ride. So your least favorite moment from a Universal Studios Thrill Ride.
I will say in Universal Studios, the thrill ride that I'm talking about is Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. And my least favorite moment is the lift hill going up. That's the only part of that attraction or that roller coaster that I get really nervous on.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's my least favorite part.
I find that to be kind of an exciting moment. It is definitely scary, but
yeah, it's one of those weird things where it's still scary to me to where it hasn't become thrilling yet. It's still scary.
all right. So I'll do one at a time too. So we have Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom.
Okay. Oh.
Oh.
Okay. And a 3D simulator ride.
Okay. Is there one?
And my favorite moment. Okay, so my favorite moment from a 3D/simulator ride at Magic Kingdom. There's PhilharMagic.
It's the only 3D.
I think that's it. So my favorite moment from PhilharMagic. It's probably when at the end of the film when Mickey gets the hat back and he just kind of like regains control of the Philharmonic band, and he's able just to it's that Mickey saves the moment kind of a day, which is always fun for me. And then there's also just Donald's butt. But that's not really a moment. That's its own thing.
It can be a moment.
Okay.
All right.
This is fun. This is going by pretty quickly.
Yeah. All right.
So, are you going to do it in a different order this time?
I'm going to do it in the order that I should have done it in.
Okay.
So.
Hollywood Studios.
The ride.
Thrill Ride.
Thrill Ride.
Keep rolling those thrill rides.
And.
Add one. So that means, well, you want to say it?
Is this where I choose if I want to add one thing to the ride?
Yeah. If there was something you were to change about this ride, then in the form of how you add something to it, what would that be? It's for the better.
That is a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to go through what all their thrill rides would be. Is it just?
I'd say Slinky Dog, technically.
Is Slinky Dog a thrill ride?
Oh. Maybe not like
rock and roll
overall
coaster.
as far as condensed to this park. It'd be like Sunky Dog, Rock and Roller Coaster, Tower of Terror.
And then not Haunted Mansion, Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
I want to say I want to add something to Tower of Terror, but I can't think of something that I would want to add.
It's just too perfect.
I don't say it's too perfect. I guess. Oh no, this is where being like a one take is not good.
I know, but people get to see that internalization of your thought process.
Maybe I'll go to Rock and Roller Coaster.
Okay.
So I would want to add
more Aerosmith. Non-stop.
No.
A meet and greet with a band.
Oh my gosh. This is so hard.
This doesn't have to be like the end all be all, the what would make this ride perfect. Just like if you could throw something in there that could be an additional positive change. I know, but I don't want to say
something lame.
It's better than nothing.
I think I would just maybe add more length to the track.
Okay.
Like,
it's a very short roller coaster.
Not even that it's super short, but I've always felt like the very end of the roller coaster, it always comes to a very dull stop for me. Okay. So I think I would add maybe one more giant loop, or maybe just a corkscrew into the end, because there's that part where the music almost starts to die down before you actually stop. So I think I would just add one thing to the end to make it more of a synergized ending to the ride instead of it being just so abrupt.
Okay, I'll take that.
Sorry guys, that took me a long time to get there.
All right, Islands of Adventure. A show at Islands of Adventure. And then what would I do? Oh, an IP edition. Okay. So this one, I conceptualized to mean if there was an IP owned by that park that I could incorporate into whatever this would end up being at that specific park. So what IP would I add to a show, or would I create into a show at Islands of Adventure that Universal owns that they don't use?
Are you okay when you're thinking show? Because there's not really a lot of shows at Universal or at Islands.
Well, I think this one would mean if I could introduce an IP into its own show, not necessarily I wouldn't put
I mean, you created the game.
I don't know. Well, this one's a little bit particular because I'm not going to put Harry Potter in the Grinch show.
Why not?
Sue Slanty. Let's see. It would. See, I'm not as familiar with Universal IPs. See, now you're probably judging me because I judged you, and I was just like, "Come on, Brennan, let's get this moving." And now I'm trying to take some time.
You might have to edit out these awkward pauses.
No, I'm just gonna keep it all in because this is what it's about. I think what I would do, it would be a Harry Potter show, in that it would be a little bit more interactive of a show. So I would create a different kind of show within the Wizarding World, in that I would maybe have a lot more effects. It would essentially be remember when they had the Death Eaters kind of running around? Okay, I think that was one of the cats jumping in the toilet. That's awkward. So yeah, I think I would probably have remember when the Death Eaters ran around? They had that cool action adventure.
Yeah. Well, is this
roaming around?
This is an addition. So are you trying to add on to an IP?
No. I'm gonna create its own thing.
Harry Potter's already there.
I know, but I'm creating its own new show.
You're getting loose with the rules here.
Well, this one again, it was the most particular. So I would want to have basically an action Harry Potter show in the Wizarding World, where it would be characters running around using their wands. They'd be able to use some sort of special effects or tech rigging to be able to have certain props explode within Diagon Alley or Hogsmeade, or they'd have some cool fire effects blast off. And
so Waterworld, but with wizards.
Yeah, Waterworld, but the Wizarding World, basically. That one was a little bit of a stretch. If this one comes up again, you'll kind of see.
I'll make up my own rules.
Could have
that's
also
what you did.
applied.
All right, should we go make sure there's not a cat in the toilet?
No, I think. Oh, there he is, right there. Yeah, we're all good.
Make sure he's not wet.
No.
Are you a potty cat?
He's fine. He likes to jump in the toilet. Islands of Adventure. Again. Okay.
Show.
A show at Islands of Adventure.
Should I redo this?
We'll see.
An original edition.
Okay. So if you could create your own new world or new ride, just kind of based on something, this was kind of along the lines of like Big Thunder Mountain or Haunted Mansion or Jungle Cruise over at Disney, where they were kind of original concepts or ideas. So at Islands of Adventure, if you could create an original show, what would it be?
I don't like this game anymore.
No, because you have to think on your toes.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like trying to go with the book theme because
Okay.
Islands is themed around books and literature.
I mean, it could be something just like a cowboy show.
A cowboy show.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't like this one. I'm not this quick on my feet.
The show aspect is a little bit different for a lot of the parks. Do you want to re-roll it?
I think I kind of do.
Okay, go for it.
Not to sound like this person, but like, you guys tell me your ideas for Islands of Adventure show, original edition, and maybe I'll think of something similar. Okay, Epcot.
Epcot. Moving on to Epcot.
Could work with that.
Show at Epcot. Here we go.
God.
Your favorite moment from a show at Epcot.
Favorite moment from a show.
That's simple,
Epcot.
right?
What shows are at Epcot?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
True. I do
A
like
lot of the just entertainment around the world showcase.
Yeah. It's gonna sound super lame, but the thing that immediately came to my mind was in Germany when they have the guys come out and they make music with the spoons to the music.
It is a really, really fun moment.
There's just there was something that we watched it together where them doing the spoons and everything in synchronization of like their foot taps to the music and just how silly and goofy they were. I was like, wow, this is just really fun.
They are a lot of fun. I forget which festival that is.
Probably Food and Wine.
Is it? That makes a lot of sense. But they are. Whoops. They are a lot of fun. Okay, let's keep the die on the table. Little foam dice. Dice. Animal Kingdom. Let's see if I can not get a show. An Animal Kingdom boat ride.
I thought it said goat ride.
A goat ride at Animal Kingdom.
Doesn't it look like goat ride?
And then favorite moments from an Animal Kingdom boat ride. That's, I guess that kind of limits it to the Navi River journey.
Yeah, unless you count Cali River Rapids.
That's true.
Would you consider that a boat ride? It's a raft ride.
I mean, it's a water boat ride. That's kind of like the encompassing category there. Let me think. I guess it would be Navi River Journey. I do like Navi River Journey in that it's just very, it's very calm and relaxed, and just coming around the corner and just seeing the Navi shaman there. It's just a really great moment. It's that build up. When you ride that ride, you know that it's going to be leading towards this big moment because it's not a thrilling attraction. So you're waiting for that reveal, I suppose, and I think it really pays off because it's still probably the best animatronic at Walt Disney World, or one of them, without a doubt.
Another ride that I think is short and ends abruptly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was 3 each.
Wasn't
you want to keep it going? So the camera decided to stop recording. It is wonderfully reliable in that fashion. But what I think we are going to do is we're each going to roll the die one more time. Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studios.
And we are going to enjoy that organic conversation as it happens.
Dark Ride.
Dark Ride.
And
Subtract 1.
Subtract.
Okay, I don't think we've gotten that one yet. So
ooh, okay.
Subtract
something
1.
I would take away or take out of a Dark Ride at Hollywood Studios.
Right. Which is similar to like your least favorite moment, allegedly. Like you would take out something you didn't like, but maybe it could be different in the fact of you just don't think it's good for anybody to experience. Whereas your least favorite moment, it's not going to be somebody else's least favorite moment. This is just like, this doesn't really belong on this attraction. Unfortunately, the 2 dark rides there, or 2 of them, you haven't done yet, which are Rise of the Resistance and Runaway Railway.
I was thinking, well,
Tower of Terror could be a dark ride.
I was thinking Toy Story Mania, because you can consider that a dark ride.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I was thinking of what I would want to take away, but then that would also open up the door to me needing to add something. Basically, I just wanted to take away the pull string from like how you shoot the discs and stuff in the ride, because it takes away the fun of it, because it's just so much energy. Like,
it is a lot of physical effort.
I would much rather be like some sort of button, like if you hold down on it and you just kind of hit buttons like this. I don't like the pull string. So that's what I would take away. And then adding something to that attraction would
be like a button.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that, actually. That's really reasonable, and I bet that like the maintenance upkeep of that kind of mechanism is probably a little bit more involved than a button would be. Maybe not. I don't really know. But is this going to be our final roll of the game?
Final roll.
Okay. We have Islands of Adventure again. Uh-oh. A dark ride at Islands of Adventure. And then
Original Edition.
Original Edition. So, in contrast to an IP edition, what would be an original edition as a dark ride at Islands of Adventure? That's not based on an IP, so I can't say more Harry Potter or more Jurassic Park or anything like that.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. But this just opens it up to so many possibilities. An original edition could be anything at Islands of Adventure. Does it have to follow the book, the literature method of the theme park? Probably, right?
I would want it to.
Ooh, putting myself on the spot with this one. There's an impulsiveness to try to be as creative as possible, but it's hard to do that in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Dark ride at Islands of Adventure.
I'm like looking at our bookshelf right now and seeing if we can see anything that'll help.
But is that considered an IP? Because it needs to be completely original. I would want some sort of a treasure hunt. Dark ride, I think.
Okay.
In the sense of, I mean, there are treasure maps, so that maybe plays into the literature aspect of the theme of the park. And maybe the premise of the ride is just your adventure in a dark ride, getting to the treasure at the end of the ride. And it could easily fit in maybe the Lost Continent. Maybe this could even replace Poseidon's Fury over there. There's a lot of space over there to do something that's relevant, so it could probably fit in right there, maybe where the Sinbad stunt show was.
Oh yeah, they need to do something with that.
You know, something like that. We're just, something involving treasure, and it would really fit in perfectly with Sinbad, because he was a pirate, and he was a into treasure for the most part.
We're done with Sinbad though.
I know, but just how it would fit into that specific part.
Yeah.
Would be a dark red treasure hunt attraction at Islands of Adventure.
That'd be cool.
That was fun.
Nice.
So just in case we didn't get to everything, I can't really recall. I think I said every name of the theme park and every type of ride and attraction, but over here on the last side we had favorite moment, least favorite moment, IP edition, original edition, and then add one and subtract one, which we got to most of those for the most part, so that's good. I didn't want to roll the same thing over and over again, didn't want to get the same three combination of dice, but that made it fun and interesting. So thank you for hanging out with us today in this wonderful, technically 2-take video where we rolled the dice, one of the cats fell into the toilet, and we came up with a lot of interesting ideas on the spot that probably if we had made this into an edited video, we could have come up with much more creative ideas and concepts, right?
Yeah.
But that's what made it fun, and maybe we can revisit this again in some fashion. If you enjoyed this, let me know. If you thought it was kind of rough to get through, then you can keep that opinion to yourself. Right? No, it's fine. But thank you for hanging out with us. I hope you had fun doing this, Brennan.
Yeah, thanks for making this little game.
Yeah, I just thought it was
something to do.
And when I suggested this to you, you thought this would be kind of a fun idea to do into some sort of a podcast where this is almost like a segment on its own.
A podcast or like a live stream. Like, I know you don't do live streams, but if you ever decided to, like, this would be something cool for, if we sat there just like talking to you guys, you would roll these and you would say, the 3 categories and just see what everybody else had to say.
And I liked this in that it brought about concepts and ideas that maybe we hadn't even thought of in terms
Yeah.
of that combination of a dark ride original concept at Islands of Adventure. You know, those are things that we don't really think about organically, and this is what kind of made us do it. So that was fun. A lot of viable replaying options when it comes to that game. I hope you had fun today. We certainly did. Have a good day. We'll see you soon, and goodbye.
Bye.